So, you probably can tell by the bottom that there was a bit of a cut. We had an issue where there was a crash and the recording had stopped working properly, so it couldn't load. So I'm going to quickly go over everything that's happened. But first I'll do the level. Okay, attunement and alright. So, the first thing we did when we left the Sinner's Rise was we went here, and we got time to upgrade Pyromancy. I'll show you exactly where we went to get, I believe it's called the Fire Seed. We also bought a couple more of them from the person who sells the Pyromancy. But I'm just gonna show you where exactly it was and just run through to there. Now, I did this on my own game originally first. We haven't actually gotten to the boss that's right up ahead yet. So, there's a fog gate ahead of here, and that is a boss door. I've seen it, but Brian hasn't, because we haven't made it through on his character. But that is where the Fire Seed we grabbed was. See if I can knock them off the bridge even faster by doing that. Okay, it seems like that was all of them that are going to fall. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Because I've actually got it, because 4,000 is still a decent amount. I'm actually gonna check if there are any Pyromancies I can buy for that that are worth anything. And then I'll continue showing everything that happened between the two at the point where we ended up having to cut. Yeah, I'll get that. There we go.
I'm always here, so come and see me when you're in town.
Okay, next up. Wait, what is this? Oh, I know what that is. So, I'll show you where we started and where we get, and show you the path we took to get to where we ended up. So after trying and failing to get to that boss a larger number of times, and a lag, we eventually just decided to come here. And this was still during my last turn. It was about an hour of a recording and we lost just under. So we were each playing during that time. Let's see how much firework does. I've actually, I think it's been upgraded 3 times. We also got this ring up ahead, I'll show you where, and we picked up a lot of the items into these areas, but not nearly everything. But I went there and immediately just came up here, and I got that item here. We found these people who launched that, which is a very powerful attack. Using that because it flies far straighter. Not really dangerous because that person's not as dangerous because they do not do ranged attacks. So there's no need to do ranged attack against them. I don't know if we can actually hit them from up here because I didn't try them. But I got something up here. I don't actually remember where a lot of the items, which items came from where. I think the majority of it was souls. The main reason you needed to fight him was just to open that door that's already open. So I'm just going to run by, and this is where the next bonfire is. I don't know what just happened. I heard a larger explosion. I just heard something weird there, so sorry about that. It just seemed like I stopped doing stuff like that. Yeah, I was hoping that would actually work. There are 3 of them here, and it's not that they're troubling, it's just the fact that willing to beat, it's just the fact my weapon keeps swinging above them. There's a lot of those guys with the full moon sickle, I believe is what it's called, in there. There's this guy here, and there's a chest down there. And that is still really sick attack. Huh. Yeah. They're not the strongest enemies, however, so I haven't actually beaten any of them. So I didn't realize how or I haven't tried to fight any of them while I was playing, so I didn't realize how little health they actually had. I'm actually curious if this will do more to these. No, okay. So this. And now that is showing what we've done before. After coming through here, just trying to be out of range for the range attack. And this guy behind me. This is the part that I was playing for. So, a little bit unsure about that. We see that the big guys with the hammers look a bit like Smough, who was the executioner of Smough, or something similar to that in the first Dark Souls. They worked with the Dragon Slayer Ornstein in a boss fight. They're actually one of... Yeah. Still trying to do that. Alright, so you thought it would aim a bit lower if you want to hit it. Dang it. Alright, so. Going to try and get the crystal lizards again. And There was a boss up ahead that we'd already beaten, and that's one that Brian was able to beat during the failed recording, and that's why we started with so many souls. Maybe two-handing another heavy attack. Yeah. I forgot that I was on that. It's odd that they're actually so weak to poison considering they're in this area that is so filled with it. I honestly think if I just stand here, he will just die. But I'll make it a little bit faster. Yeah. Alright. Oh, either way. And that's where the guy fell from there. We fell in there a couple times thinking that this was going to be shallow. It's not. It's not shallow at all. There was an item there, and the person who showed up multiple times, who we first met in the area with the boat, was in here. They gave it the Ring of Steel protection, and I believe in there is where we got the Poison Bite ring. Which makes it where it takes longer to be poisoned. So if I thought about that, I could have actually just stood there for a minute and let the poison wear down so I didn't get poisoned, but I wasn't thinking about that. Alright. Go back up and head up here. Not that I'm actually worried about fighting him. Dang it. I just didn't want to end up fighting in that room where the person's also launching stuff down at you. Okay, because I believe it's closer to head there from the other side. I'll show you. Alright, it's this one. Is the new area which was just on the other side of the boss fight. So, yep, that's this way is where the boss let out, isn't it? No, I guess not. I guess it was the other way. So this is where we fought the boss, which I said looked kind of like a really messed up looking type of seal. And Brian was comparing it to like Silky from Teen Titans. It also kind of looked like Jabba the Hutt. I'll show a picture of the boss and you can decide for yourself if it sounds like any of these things.
The blobfish.
I thought you said a blowfish. I'm like, no, that one doesn't sound right.
The blobfish is right. Here, you want me to take over?
There's a weird sound in here. I didn't have the headset on to any of this. I didn't know what this was.
It was really weird.
Okay, that's not at all what I thought those things were before. I thought they looked, the top half of them looked kind of like the little mushroom people from the first one.
So, are we able to hold 3 of the tomb things in?
Yeah, I also bought the higher fireball.
Oh.
I got a lot of souls because I showed how I did the like run where they all fall off the bridge,
Oh.
and every single one of them did, I think. So I had like 4,000 extra and just teleported boned away. Yep.
Wow, not one bit of poison hit you that time. Huh.
Ah. So we now have Fire Orb, Lightning Spear, and Fireball all equipped.
What's that on the right? Oh, the boss room.
Yeah.
You gonna burn her?
Ah, that works. Well, that's neat. I think that's one of the things that allows you to restore.
Poison?
No. Spells.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what...
Oh, that was. Just more than. There's something.
Yeah, it's another one of those.
No, I meant there's just something under that path. There were
It
reasons.
doesn't look like it. He jumps out at you
Oh.
if you're not, like, moving quickly.
No, there was something here.
Oh.
I don't remember what that is, but I know we've already found it before.
Okay.
Or maybe that was only one of the ones I
okay,
did.
you're going the wrong... So I think...
I died right here, that's why.
How long
or-
have you been recording?
Not very long, actually. I died getting one of them to chase me outside.
Alright.
So I figured I'd just show the boss room and walk backward toward my souls.
So you want me to take over and go through the boss room now? And see what's on the other side?
It's up to you. This counts as a whole new area, so you may want to just look around more on the other side of that area. Like, this is a whole new area now.
Hey, then let's just keep going to new area. That's fine with me. Nothing here seemed too dangerous.
Oh, I meant more for the fact of, if you want to be sure we don't miss anything. We also found the sunlight altar down one path, but I didn't remember which path that was, so I didn't show that yet.
Oh, it
Even though-
was just, you know how to get here from that other bonfire?
I went to the first bonfire in this area and walked to here.
Yeah.
With Fire Orb, it's not that hard, it's actually a lot stronger. We did upgrade the Pyromancy Glove 3
Okay, I have just
times.
screwed up the...
Okay, you
There.
turned the volume to max?
Up and down twice. I couldn't figure out which knob was right. Okay, how long can we record right now before we have a glitch like earlier?
We have twice what we started today with, in space.
Alright.
I can't give you an approximate time based on that, but I would say every so often just make cuts to be sure we have better saves and stuff.
You wanna open my room up for the dogs? Alright.
Oh, you're dead. There was no way you're gonna live through the poison. So then while trying to fight someone.
He was almost dead. He had 1 point. The other guy was dead.
I've had that little health and healed, and the poison would still kill me before the healing would kick in. So.
Huh.
Unless that was slower poison than the one that you were getting at that swamp.
So there are 2 people right up here. Well, shit, that time he's dead. Last time he jumped over there and came back and was a nuisance.
Oh, and Fireball has a bigger hit, or Fire Orb has a bigger hit radius.
Huh.
So you could use that if you want.
I did. It doesn't do a whole lot to the littler guy. Yeah, I knew that was gonna give me some poison.
I think that was a
Ow.
Radiant Life gem.
Yeah, it was.
We actually have a relatively decent amount
There's
of
an
them.
archer. How nice of them to wait. Hey, I bet this says something like...
Yep. I'm curious if you need something special to break them. For the add-on, the first one you did. No, there's some...
What the hell type of poison do they shoot on those arrows? Look at it, Kelly. You looking at it? It poisoned me 4 times in a row.
4 times? What?
Watch. It's in purple. Oh, never mind.
I
Is
think
that-
that's just like toxic from the first one. Where it's a different color depending on the severity of the poison they're using.
That looks magical. May I hit you with fireball? I may. Kinda have no point to have that other thing out right now, do we?
You still have lightning spear?
Do we? Oh.
Yes.
Okay, let's figure out how much this does to him. 435.
Yeah, because you have both fire things and lightning spear if
Look,
you
there's
want.
another door up there, Kelly. Wow, that was actually perfect timing.
I'd almost
It
suggest
didn't
lightning
beat him.
spear over that because it's more accurate at range. Because these have drop. The lightning spear doesn't.
Here we go.
This is definitely reminding me of Light Town.
Remind me of Sin's Fortress. Crap. Crap. Just walk backwards, just walk backwards, just walk.
Licensed Fortress.
It seems like in a minute we're gonna have to jump on stuff to get around, you know. Alright, I wonder
I
if
don't
we can't
remember you
break-
doing that in Sun's Fortress. I remember the weird
Oh, you can't make
elevators
that
in
leap.
Light Town, but not in Sun's Fortress. Is there anything else on the opposite of this area?
There was. But I'm trying to figure out. There's a
Yeah.
thing over there.
I know, I fear that's going to be something you're going to have to drop down again.
Okay, you have to explain to me what the hell just happened there, because I touched nothing. My guy spun around when that dude jumped. Go see if the dog has food or what's wrong with it. Just running around, room to room.
They seem fine now, they're laying down. I think they're just looking for somewhere comfortable.
Wow, why is he hurt?
Poison?
But how?
No idea. I should have went and got the binoculars too. We brought it though, we keep forgetting to get them. Actually, I expected that to do more.
What?
His weapon, since it's glowing like that, I was expecting it to do even more than it did.
Well, he hadn't hit worth a damn either. Somebody dropped a Titanite shard, somebody else dropped something else strange. What does this do? Okay, that thing goes up.
I wonder if there was a point to that.
Yeah, probably so I don't hit myself against it next time around. Because I think it drops a lot of poison. You know, just screw those people and run past them. They're gonna throw a knife at me and just one-shot me. How didn't they hit me? God damn it. See, I hate having two separate.
Well, if you want, you can change it to just be 2 fireball and 1 fire orb.
Okay, should be able to beat this guy with the axe, actually. See? No head. Unless I'm just seeing things wrong, no head.
It's kind of weird. Because it kind of looks like it does, kind of like it doesn't to me. We got a shield.
I'm
Okay,
sure
so
that leads to death.
that leads into the room you were in a second ago. That this door does. Change. If you want, next time you end up at the bonfire, you can change it to be only the pyromancy for one.
Yeah. Well, it seems like pyromancy does more here, but it seemed like it did about this.
I was gonna say, otherwise you could change it to be
There's
immense
something
force,
right
undead
there.
repeats, or repose, whatever it was.
Whoa. I'm thinking open the fog gate just to see what happens, right?
You can probably see what's there without needing to do.
Well, I would have felt stupid if I had died and it had to come back to this.
Alright, if you want...
Hey, look, a guy.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, if you want, you can change your spells now.
No, I'm gonna keep it this way. Okay, that should have killed me. How did I trigger 2 people earlier by coming up here?
I think he triggered someone else. Like, I don't know.
Hell, there's still one right there. How about you lock onto the guy right in front of us, damn it?
Maybe if that guy lives long enough, he triggers that guy. Fire Orb will have a hit radius, so that might work.
Yep. Wow. Thought it would only take 1 hit. Glad I hurried. Oh, come on.
Well, at least the bonfire's close.
How can they even see me? They're headless. You think this has something to do with that guy that we later hear about? That's just a body running around or whatever.
Possibly. Oh, by the way, since we were debating, I think the part where we were actually discussing it was part of the last bit. But we were talking about the Lost Sinner might be part of the Scholar of the First Sin stuff. So I looked up the boss to see, and I saw the amount of souls it gives you, but it didn't say it was from the DLC, and I don't believe it was from what it was stating. I didn't look at any of its moves or anything like that, but I saw that it gave us a lot of souls and figured probably not where we were supposed to be.
Now there is actually a ladder. I keep watching that shadow on the left of me. Do you see it? The thing moving outside?
Occasionally.
Yeah, I keep thinking that's an enemy walking by me. Okay, I'm going up here because I know what's up there right now, you know.
Yeah. But your souls are also right there.
2,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not that bad either way.
Okay, there is a glowy thing over this way. Nothing good sounded over there.
Oh, flame butterfly.
I don't know.
Heal.
I'm trying.
Yeah, the thing it was, the light torches.
Yeah, I'm not going that way right now. Not only do I have to go through some poison, there's a person throwing fire on the other side. Hammer guy? Every time these are around, there's a hammer guy. Yeah, this place is just cheap. I mean, it's not, but it feels like.
The poison kind of is. Just the fact that everything is so poisonous.
And it's not even like we have the moss or whatever to cure poison.
Actually, we do have a couple things that can, but they're few and far between. And, like, I've only noticed a few things that drop it. In the previous one, I think you'd buy the normal green moss. Wait, I think green was stamina.
Yeah, purple is what you wanted. Okay, there's nothing there.
Yeah, but there may be stuff over in any other direction. I was gonna say any of the other directions, but it's right. Is that the stuff that cures poisonous? That septic spice or whatever?
I'm impressed I haven't really been hurt yet. There's that.
A slow room, an elevator.
Yep. There's also a ladder. Son of a bitch. Any clue on what we just got?
Not even the slightest.
Well, you can figure that out later and explain it.
Alright. Oh, by the way, I don't think I actually mentioned this to you.
Hmm.
When I was going through items earlier, we actually found a lot of stuff which restores magic. Because
I thought we did, because
Well,
you pointed it out.
no, we had the small ones before. We found to the medium and large ones, which will like fully restore the spell's max. Which I feel like would be more useful if all the spells we used had higher numbers.
Oh look, Kelly, for some reason it put my stuff there.
Probably because you died on an elevator, like the same reason it always put them outside the ship. If it won't let it go somewhere on it, that's a moving part.
Okay, I gotta say, I do like the fact that the flame sticks around in the air, you know, and burns when they try to jump at it. Even if it doesn't hit it first, if they
Well, the chaos ones did that before by leaving actual magma.
Alright, this actually makes some sense. We have
You didn't
two...
go here.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. You have 2 what?
We have 2 directions we can go.
3, don't we?
2. Well, now 3.
Oh, from right here? I thought you meant from the other way.
Okay. Yeah.
I really thought he wasn't gonna follow you down for a second.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was gonna do.
The way he
How
just
much
stopped
health?
there was a little weird. How much health what?
I mean, how much souls does he give? Not a lot.
No, nothing. He has been giving a lot.
There's a
And
door down there.
Dude, the area with those, like, people in giant armor or
There's a person.
pseudo-giants or whatever. Yeah, here's the question. Is it just a person or are they fixing to jump out and attack you?
Let's try it this way. I don't quite have the guts myself. Well,
Is the guy we freed from that cell?
let's try it this way. I have a bad feeling about it. I don't quite have the guts.
It's not... It, yeah, it sounds like it. But... He said that he's got a bad feeling about me, too. But I was also wondering if he wasn't the guy that told us about that. That has
The trapped doorway?
Yeah.
I feel like he was wearing heavier armor.
Yeah. And had a mustache or something, I think. Damn, lightning doesn't do anything to her. Okay, she fell somewhere. I was gonna say, I didn't know there was stuff here.
Oh.
I thought it already went through.
That delayed one is weird. Like, I have no idea what and there's nothing I can really compare that one to from, like, the previous game.
I'm just using my nose right now.
Alright, I'd give it a second then. Just charge them and hit them. There.
Not a
Okay.
whole lot of female enemies, really.
Yeah, more than you'd think.
Not here.
Open the chest. And I would be ready to roll there. The wooden chests are more commonly trapped. I haven't seen any of the non-wooden ones. Oh, cool. It's one of those stones they put into the weird faces on the wall.
Yeah, I figure there's one over. Where the hell did I knock her down to?
I don't know.
Underneath this platform thing. was apparently a bad mistake doing that.
Well, it doesn't look like you can go anywhere else over there, really.
No, you ride on that thing.
Really? It looks too narrow.
There are two that are wider.
Oh, okay. I'm like, the one I'm seeing looks looks far too narrow. Well, not as cheap as it could have been. He could have backstabbed you. In which case, that would have almost certainly been one.
Yeah.
Looked like I saw something there for a second. I don't know that you could make that.
Yeah, there's lots of jumps that I have that feeling exactly like.
Like, unless you have some other way of messing with your jump.
What's up here? Have I been up here?
Maybe the sorcery, like, fall control would help. But I don't know that really would. And you go to that door that the guy's afraid of. No
What's in
telling
here?
what's...
Oh, it's him.
Yeah. There's no telling what's on the
Also,
other side
there's
of it.
one more thing. God damn. Oh, shit. I really put her in a bad spot, Kelly.
As you were saying, there aren't that many female enemies. The, like, butchers were. But most people didn't actually realize that.
Is there actually a floor here? There is. Have a proud night. Well, that was awful. I really thought she was going to save up a second since I was out of sight, you know?
Yeah.
And nobody here gives any experience.
I mean, they don't have tons of health, but still.
No, 5
160.
hits for some of them. That was what, 4?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 is the smallest. That big guy.
No, the spellcaster takes less. I think they take less with the melee weapon.
There's another path there that I've never seen.
Weren't there more paths lower as well? Since you've now lost your souls.
Lower where?
That other way that was through the water. Did that not lead somewhere? That was on, like, that height level from there?
Yeah, I realize where you're talking about. Down across there or something?
Yeah.
We'll go there in a minute. I want to see something now.
I don't do that. Because that seems only a hindrance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to stand in that middle thing if that's what you're thinking. So like,
Gosh.
You idiot. Stay quiet. I'm on the run. Don't give me away. You're a fugitive too, eh? Yeah. Why else would you be here? It's got death. All the others. You want to climb down here? I can let you ladder. But why, yeah, I'm trying to help you, you know? Have you no gratitude? Downright rude, really. I've got a soft heart, so I let you off. This once. Of course, it's not free.
huh? That's how we get to that area.
Yep. Well, at least that's an interesting idea. I was wondering if there was something out here, you know? I'm really just about sick of these two. That's about 900. Now there's more here, right? I really thought he only took like 4 hits, so yeah.
Okay, he gave you 380, and also a different guy died when we weren't launching. I'm confused by that.
Why did it do that much to her?
The turbine hit them first.
Oh.
Like, indestructible objects usually do, like, absurdly high damage because it thinks it's trying to. Otherwise, it would glitch it. Should if the creature was still alive there.
God damn it. Okay, just get me back here. This stack spot, alright?
Alright.
Okay. Gotta hate the fact that they do that, though. I really need to pay attention when they hit that shield. It pisses me off, but that's my main problem right now with them. I'm sure we've been recording for 40 minutes, Kelly.
Yeah, but there's all pretty much progress. And we found a new fireplace everywhere we've gone we've never seen before.
No, I just missed. We don't have a whole lot longer we can record for. Would you shut the doors so the dogs aren't inside? I'm just so sick of those two in particular.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't been doing that longer.
What? All right. Give me just a moment.
Another Firestone and Twinkling Titanite, which both very useful. Wait. Look down. It looked kind of like there's actually. That's. I'm trying to figure out where that would be. Is that
It's at the
somewhere we've
very
seen?
beginning. That's where we run across, Kelly.
Okay.
The temple is right over there, the shrine.
The altar. Okay, so
Am I supposed to drop this down?
I don't think so.
Positive?
I mean, it should have. Something should be happening. I think if it were meant to.
I feel like he's gonna kill us.
What is it? What do you need now? Ah.
There's the ladder, Kelly. So apparently you had to buy that from him.
And then you can get the.
You know what? We just got a minute ago, and I do not mind using it right now. Where? Oh.
Large Soul Prednight.
I thought that gave more. Well, that's bad.
I go back to the bonfire for a second.
Just see how much further we can make it for a second.
Alright.
I'm not cowering out.
Oh, you didn't use any items. Yeah, I was just saying go through. Fill your supply.
Well, that's not good. We need 6,000.
Honestly, that won't be too hard to build.
No.
It's just more annoying to get to him after having it, to be absolutely sure.
I'm thinking if I get close to it, I'm homeward boning out of here.
I feel like it would be easier to build it somewhere else and come back. These guys don't drop souls, really.
Okay, I'm just gonna rush her. What do you think?
Sounds like the most effective strategy, really.
Maybe I'm actually supposed to go in there, Kelly.
I mean, the only place I can think of to really head is either through that door the guy told you he's worried about.
I forgot about him.
Or in, like, one of the other directions entirely.
2, 3. Yeah, we have homeward bone. Let's see how bad this is.
Okay, it's not from this side. Unless you're supposed to break it. Because it did look like a wooden door, right?
Yeah. Can you break wooden doors?
Some of them.
You can drop down right here, Kelly. actually. That looks survivable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we need to get there. There's treasure this way, but I have a very good feeling about it. I don't quite have the guts.
Oh.
Huh.
They want you to jump. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep going down or what.
Oh, there's this way.
Well, it's not a mimic. Great heavy soul arrow.
Interesting. I mean, we already have Soul Spear from somewhere.
Do you think down here?
I can't really. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't really tell. From where I am, there's a little bit more shadow, so it was hard to tell if it would have been survivable or not.
She's right above me. The fire person I knocked down.
Hmm.
Lightning spear.
Interesting. I'm pretty sure the one we already have is Lightning Spear as well.
Damn it. I guess just roll down, right?
Yeah.
Do we... I get this chest? No, because this son of a bitch knocked me off. Remember?
Yeah, this is where you spazzed out. Or where you hit like an object and just sent you off the map. Be prepared for this to be a trap.
And it wasn't. And it's a pick.
Pike.
Pike.
So that was decent stuff.
It did, however, help us a lot with souls, you know?
Not really, you didn't really kill that many people on that path.
What, like 4? Jackass. Oh, son of a bitch. That's not a difficult spot to get to, right?
I think if you literally just walk off one side of the bonfire, you'll be right next to that enemy you just killed.
Okay, well then we'll just turn and look, right?
Yeah. And that's the case, you may be able to knock him out from up here. I think now though you're closer to the entrance, so you may want to just head that way, not...
Did he die? He did.
Yeah. Remember, there's a bottom, just like a water pit or something pull out. Or liquid poison, but whatever. Just a drowning point to pull out here. If you want, you try and head to the other bonfire.
I've almost got
or-
to 6,000.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you head to the other bonfire, so you... Right, you have the pyramid, so you have that better than this one. doing pyromancy and stuff does deplete your stamina too.
Yeah, I figured that out. There's a
Well,
guy
I don't
right-
think it did in the previous one, that's why I say that. Or if it did, it wasn't nearly as noticeable. Fireball? I mean, just because it's gonna be hard to actually drop on him without him just getting you. Yeah, apparently my idea was far worse.
Alright, okay. We need 6,680. We are 100 shy.
Well, at least everything gives you a minimum of over 100.
There's a guy right here.
And then you have to come this way either way.
Yep. And there's a guy right here. 2, 3, and 4.
Is he back in the main city now and we just missed that part of the statement that he was gonna leave?
He never said he was going to leave. He said we could use the ladder first. Well,
I feel like if they're not there, then they're normally in the city. I mean, if they're not where you found them originally, they're normally in the city.
fine. Let's go look for him really quick. You can go ahead and open the door back up.
They're there, and never person there. Pyromancy person's up there.
Probably one of these abandoned houses, though.
There's people in all of them.
Huh.
Except for that manor building that we opened up. Like, this is where the cat is.
Okay. No, nothing here.
If we don't find them, I'll check that
There,
building.
right
with
there, Kelly. To the left. He's right there. To the left. Ah, damn it, turn left.
Wait.
Okay, well, you're saying that like he's off to the far left. If not like directly standing next to you.
I have everything.
He just raised prices.
What? Don't waste my time.
This guy's an asshole. Do we have any other souls?
Well, I mean, you just used it.
Fine. Let's go somewhere simple. He wants 7,900 now. Let's go back with 9,000, thinking that he will already up the price another 1,000. Just take a second of this. Yeah. No, alright.
You also now have the miracles and also pyromancy. If you want to just try and fight it from there.
Oh yeah. Well, that didn't do nearly as good as I wanted it Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, they're used for the Covenant Ring. Oh. You need tons of them now.
Can you fix me a plate of food while we do this? Because you can just fast forward until we've got like the 9,000 or whatever. I mean, well, hell, we'll have 9,000 right after this, huh?
Yeah.
Forgot he gives a full 1,000. One kill. Really? It's been a while since we tried lightning on him, you know. Yeah, same amount.
I was gonna say, not really. We haven't. I think we tested the last time we left them.
And a Proud Knight's Soul. I really don't know why I choked so bad. It just... I still can't breathe very well after doing that.
Hey, what have you been up to?
If you go back and look, figure out if it really was, you know, I was just wrong about its price.
Cheers for that.
You probably need to do something to trigger it to load.
Okay.
Unless it is actually a usable item.
It's under usable items, so.
Yeah, a lot of things are under that that can't really technically be used. So if you don't like train, just warp somewhere and warp right back and see if that does it.
Well, now it got me thinking maybe it's under something else, like the whips are, but it's not.
No, my whole thing was I doubted it was something you could actually use, that on triggering a load scene, it would just be here next time.
That's kind of strange that it wouldn't just trigger a load scene after buying it.
Well, it's like whenever you trigger an NPC to move, they don't do things while you're
So,
looking.
just need to rest, pretty much.
No, you normally actually have to trigger it to say loading. So, warping. Using Homeward Bone, quitting, and loading.
Okay, so I just traveled to the same place I'm at, right?
That's interesting because I didn't realize you could do that just
Yeah,
to
me
trigger it to
either.
load.
Neither did I. Until I just pressed A to see if it would.
Maybe talk to him and see if there's something that comes up.
Hey, what have you been up?
Set up ladder.
You want to go down that awful hole? You must have lost your marbles. Fine, fine. I'm happy to be of service. You need a ladder then, sure enough. But you'll have to.
What?
Fine. It's not my business anyway.
I get the feeling that we really want the best one. Okay, that ends this episode of dealing with Scrooge McDuck. Really quick, I want to know.
You've been a long way. What would you like? Well, I've only one one thing to provide, and we both know what that is. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, some of them are used to smith weapons, and some of them are none of the differences are easily spotted.
Alright, so what you actually got was thing which allows you to give poison damage to a weapon.
Okay, we're leaving this off right here. Alright, till next time, Kelly will take over and earn 12,000 souls doing something, and then we'll try going underneath there. Till then, bye.